Esukan Shelomecha Haytayiret Bichvodecha Nagila V'nismecha b'chol ma'atehu Kiva mo'edecha Neinu
If I had strength to make it to Elul, but look, you had strength to make it to Elul. Tonight's Rosh Chodesh Elul, the new month, or the new moon of Elul, the month that precedes Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. If you're here for the first time, we welcome you. Man, we wish we could just stop everything and just say hi, which we just did. But we're also going to more formally say hello to anybody who might be here with us tonight. But we're all here, you know, if not for the first time, but for the same time, the same moment in mythic time, this moment called Shabbat, this place in the liminal space between the everyday and the always, and the refreshing and the defragging that comes from Shabbat. So let down your burdens wherever they are. Uncross your legs if you feel comfortable. And you too, in the Zumagog, even if you're just chilling out on your couch, uncross your legs, do something. Say, hey, it's Shabbat, even on the couch. Our wisdom teachers say that the month of Elul, spelled in Hebrew, Aleph Lamed Vav Lamed, Elul, is an acronym formed from the first letter of the 4 words in the Song of Songs, Ani Dodi V'Dodi Li, or Dodi Li, my beloved is to me. And so on page 4, this little excerpt from the Song of Songs, Ani Dodi V'Dodi Li, Haro'eba Shoshanim. This is actually not the exact verse, but you'll get a sense of it. We don't have the exact verse in here, but Ani Dodi V'Dodi Li, I am to my beloved, and my beloved is to me. We welcome you if you're here for the first time as a Jew who underwent an important transition moment this last week. Wow, welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you. Ani Dodi, Elul is here. It's time for repairing and reconnecting.
Ani Dodi, Ani Dodi, V'Dodi Li, Haro'eh, Shoshani. Ani Dodi, Ani Dodi, V'Dodi Li, Haro'eh. אני לדודי, אני לדודי, ודודי לי הרועה בשושנים. אני לדודי, אני לדודי, ודודי לי הרועה בשושנים. אני לדודי,
אני לדודי,
אני לדודי,
ודודי לי,
ודודי לי הרועה
בשושנים.
בשושנים.
אני לדודי,
אני לדודי, אני לדודי, ודודי לי הרועה
בשושנים.
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 אני לדודי, אני לדודי, ודודי לי הרועה בשושנים. אני לדודי, אני לדודי, ודודי לי הרועה בשושנים. אני לדודי, אני לדודי, ודודי לי הרועה בשושנים. אני לדודי, אני לדודי, ודודי לי הרועה בשושנים.
As we turn the page, 9 and 10, Psalm 95 begins, Kabbalat Shabbat. Oh, I'm sorry, let's do Shalom Aleichem, why not? Let's do Shalom Aleichem. We have Aviv with us just off the boat from Israel. He played with our sister community in Yerushalayim, going to school for saxophone here in New York City, and going to play, hopefully, and offer his gifts around wherever good heart-opening prayer is being offered. Page 6, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום,
Let's hear you all.
ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ושלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי
עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. יאללה לילה, הנה לילה, הקדוש ברוך הוא, הקדוש ברוך הוא,
הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Now, lechu, everybody, take a run to page 9 and 10. Lechu, niraninam,
L'Adonai, Naria, Ay lechu yishenu, Nekadma vana, Betoda, Bizmirot Naria lo.
Yal gadol Adonai melech kol olam kol Elohim asher b'yado mechker v'sof asrim. Hayomim b'kolot tishma'u al tikshu levarchem v'yargim v'tzordan. Mechanu ligam rofoli arba'im shana akod bedor la'omar am toei levavchem vehem lo yanu nirachai asher nishbati le'yavik im yivaun elemenu chosim. Page 11 and 12.
שירו לאדוני שיהיה חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסו מיום ליום יש
ישועתו לגוי כבודו
בכל נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני הוא ונורא הוא על כל אלוהים, כל אלוהי הארץ, ואדוני שמיים עשה, עוד והדר לפניו, עוד ותהיה ומגדלו עבור אדוני, וקודמי עבור אדוני, עבור אדוני, כמו שמו שאו ממך, ובארץ רוזה משתחמו לאדוני, ודן קוננו מפניו כל הארץ רוב הגויים, אדוני מלך, אף תיקון תבל, בלתימו יתקננה מבמישרי, ישמחו השמיים, אינם בים ומלואו, ילו שני לכל אשר בו, אז ירננו כל הצעיר,
לפני ידו לקייבה, לשפוט הארץ, לשפוט בצדק, ויאמין באמונתו, Page 13 and 14 of the Malach. Tagel haaretz yismechuim rabim anan v'arafel sevivam. Tzedek u'mishpat michol kiso. Shame ava tismach. Shame ava tismach Tzion dogen b'nos Yehuda. V'man mishpatecha Adonai.
Al kol haaretz mi'ona leitzah kol Elohim ohavei Adonai sinura shomer nafshot chasidah.
Bottom page 13 and 14.
Mi'ad reshaim yatzileh
Or Zadwan
Tzadik Uleishrei Simcha Simcho Tzadikim b'Adonai Vehodu Lezecher Kodsho.
Psalm 98 on page 15 and 16 is more Shir Adonai Shir Chadash. Hoshi Elohim and Ahuzor Kachod Elohim Chassidim Rasul Beis Yisrael. Zamiru Adonai Bechino Bechino Beko Zimra Chatzrot Choshev Ya'ado Simcha Uchaf Yachad Harim Yeranenu Livnei Adonai Kiva Yishbot Haaretz Yishbot Hevel B'tzedek V'yamim V'meisharim Adonai Malach Yirgezu Amim Yodu Shimcha Gadol V'lo HaKadosh. Page 17 and 18. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Yishach V'Adam Raglav Kodoshu.
Moshe ve'Aaron b'choyana u'Shmuel b'kol shemo korim el Adonai
Ve'hu Ya'aneh
ve'yamod anam yidaber aleichem shamu eidosam v'chol nasan lamo Adonai Eloheinu ata ונוקם על עלילותם רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו.
Please rise. Psalm 29 on page 19 and 20.
Hey! Hey!
Navikoach kedulasi mincha tatirtzuram. Kabel rina samecha sagveinu tareinu noram. Nagibor, we who seek your unity, guard us as the apple of your eye. Bless us, cleanse us with your righteous compassion, and always be granting us your kindness. Mighty Holy One, in your great generosity, lead this flock. Singular and lofty, Yachid Ye'eh, turn to this people who chant in remembrance of your holiness. 2/3 of the way down on page 21 and 22. Feel free to sit if you'd like. Yachid Ye'eh, Le'am Nechofenei, Zochrei, Kedusha Semecha, Yachid Ye'eh, Le'amcha V'nei, Zochrei Kedusha Techam, Dininei, Hinei, קדושתך, קדושתך, יחיד גאה לעמך, זוכרי קדושה. שבתנו קבל, ושמע צעקתנו יודע תלומות. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו, לעולם ועד. So take a minute, everybody, to close your eyes if you feel comfortable. So wherever you are at this moment and wherever you've been this week, allow yourself to be fully available to having a couple of minutes, a couple of moments of release and rest and ease. Our Buddhist friends have something called metta, which is loving kindness, where they say the words, may you or may I be at ease, may I be safe. And so give yourself some metta. May I be safe, may I be at ease. May I have peace. May I be safe, may I be at ease. And if you feel comfortable bringing a loved one into your mind, saying, may you be at peace, may you be at ease. No need to open your eyes. No need to open your eyes. This poem is from Derek. There's a lot of feedback, Derek. This poem is from our beloved Rich Orloff, written after last week's sermon and service. Wisdom visits me on a Friday evening and says, consider the possibilities. Consider the possibility that you're okay. Consider the possibility you're welcome here. Consider the possibility that this moment is a blessing. Consider the possibility that God loves you. Consider the possibility that God accepts you as you are, knowing you're human, expecting you to be nothing more, believing your presence is a gift to the world. Consider the possibility that the biggest challenge of life may be to let go of all the lies and myths you've been fed and to believe in inspired truth, almost too overwhelmingly beautiful to believe. Most of all, consider the possibility that the divine does not demand that you believe any of this. Consider the possibility that the divine offers, not demands. The divine can provide a place for you to heal. The divine welcomes you home. On page 23 and 24, Lachadodi. Dodi likras kalam benei shalabas nekalam avela shamor vezachor vediborecha Adonai Echad L'shem u'tiferet ve'letila Lecha Adonai Li'yikras Kala Ve'yenei Shalabat Likrat Shabbat lechuven ki mekor chaveracha mirosh mikedem negesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava Kumitzei מתוך האף רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה יחמו עליי לך גדול יקרס קלן לו Nari me'afakumi Aliyah ben Yishai Beisan Karva el ונבנתה עיר הנילה היו למשיסה אשור סיירת רחקו יסיס עליי אלוהי כבששך קלקל לה 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 יא לה 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 היי לה 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 היי לה 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 היי לה 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 יא לה לה היי לה 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 עין ושמאלתי יפרוצי ואת אדוני תעריצי על יד איש בין פרצי Go, please rise if you're able. Namasim Tochemunei Am Segula Moicha Shabbat Hamalka Mama Hey la 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 Hey la 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 Please remain standing as you turn to face Jerusalem. Page 90, page 27, 28, Psalm 92, Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat. ותאמרם לעולם אדוני כי נאבך אדוני כי נאבך יאבדו הסברדו כל פועלי אבן צדיק תאמר יפרח כארז בלבנון יזכה שסולים בביס אדוני בחצות אלוהינו יפריחו עוני נבון בשיבה דשנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולה סבו אדוני מלכו Salvation page 29 עוזי תזר תגנותי ובתימון על כיסכם מכל הזמנים רבים אדירים משברי המדיר במרום אדוני עדו שכח נאמנו מאוד בבית חנה וקודש אדוני לאורך ימים. As we turn to page 113 together, we bring to heart and mind those in need of healing tonight. We in the Romemu community began to say a healing prayer on Friday night, even though its liturgical place is really on Shabbat morning, but there is a custom, of course, for mourners in the traditional community not to enter our services until the more celebratory Kabbalat Shabbat has come to a conclusion, and that would be this moment. And so in honor of all of those who enter this space with a broken heart, with healing that needs to happen on any level, we invite you to pray and bring to mind all of those who need healing tonight. Healer of the brokenhearted.
Healer of the broken-hearted, binder of our wounds, counter of uncountable stars. You know who they are.
הרופא לשפוט.
בואו נחבק לעצמותיו.
למספר הכוכבים וכולם ענן אל נעם רפאם נעלה מי שברך אבותינו ואמותינו יברך וירפא את כל החולים בעבור כולנו מתפללים בעבורם בזכר הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם להחלימם ולרפאותם לחזיקם לחיותם ישלח להם מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים ורמח איבריהם ושס"ה גידיהם בתוך שאר חולי ישראל בתוך שאר חולי עולם כולו. In the matter of our hopes and prayers, we pray for healing in body, heart, mind, and spirit. And we sing together, Hallelujah. 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 Oh, hallelujah. Amen. You may be seated, everyone. Shabbos, everybody, good Shabbos. Announcements. We got some announcements. So the first announcement is that if you're here for the first time and you feel so called, this is our trustee voice. And we'd love to have you, even if we can hear you, people online won't be able to hear you unless you use this. And so we're so honored and thankful that you'll introduce yourselves in a moment, just holding up your newsletter here, because people are working hard on it. And so it's kind of nice to, if you're working hard on it, take a look at it. Tonight after services, there'll be a Kaddish downstairs. And also to let everybody know that tomorrow morning is, of course, Hallel. We'll be singing and celebrating the new month of Elul, which will be tomorrow morning, which will be wonderful. Please come, 10 o'clock for services. 8:45 will be our open book Parsha class. Our courses for the month that precedes the holiday, kind of a preparatory month, are beginning this week. So there'll be, I'll be teaching 2 classes, and Rabbi Kolaresses will be teaching 1 class on Tuesday evenings. All that information is on the back of your newsletter. Please take this with you. I see a lot of you leaving it for us, which is really lovely, but it also says to us that you're either going to get it online, which is a good way of saying it, or you're not going to take it with you. So please take it with you. If you're also going to be part of the Romemu High Holidays this year, please also take this information so that you can register. Our High Holidays will again be at Redeemer Church on 83rd Street between Amsterdam and Columbus, and we're about a month out, everybody, exactly to the day. So take that information with you. If you're here for the first time in the synagogue, I'm going to be walking around with the microphone. And if you're with us for the first time, possibly online, the chat area is our analog of this microphone. So please avail yourself of that. And so we can say hello to you. That would be wonderful. Okay. Anybody? Thanks, Derek. Derek? Our rule in Rome is that we don't out other people, but we're going to start over here. If it's okay with you. Is it okay with you?
I'm Navruz from Jersey City, but I'm moving to Harlem, so looking to join this community. Beautiful community, very excited to be here. Navruz.
Anyone else?
Eliza, and I'm from Charlottesville, Virginia, and I'm currently moving to the Upper West Side. So,
Anybody else? Okay. Hi. Definitely.
Hi, I'm Alexa. I'm from Long Island. I also just moved all the way uptown to Hamilton Heights, so I'm happy to be here.
Hi, I'm Judy. I actually do not live here. I live in Queens, Forest Hills in Queens, and my family's away this Shabbat, so I just decided to come and join you for Kabbalat Shabbat.
Hi, I'm Leslie Goldberg. I just moved to New York. I live in Brooklyn now.
All right. Wow, I forgot about that. It's so long.
Hi, my name is Itamar. I'm from Haifa, Israel, and I'm stopping by doing a cross-country trip across the state. I'm excited to be here.
Aviv, it's your first time here. Do you want to say hello?
Hi, I'm Aviv. I just moved into West Harlem 2 weeks ago, starting my third year at the new school as a jazz saxophone player. Excited to be playing here. I played with Navat Teila for many years, so this is somewhat familiar, but also very refreshing and fun.
Anyone else? Okay. That's okay. We have many people who come back and say, I was too shy the first time I was there, or maybe not shy, just wasn't interested, and then later on. Let's see if anybody's here for the first time in our Zoomagog. Let's see. Okay. No one? No one. Well, if you are, we're so happy you're here, even if you didn't chat in because you're focused and we get it. We're going to stand up, everybody, and just wish one another Shabbat Shalom. And as the music is playing, we invite you to say hello, wish one another, cross over the aisles, get within a comfortable, socially distant or not, and just wish one another good Shabbos. Shabbos, David, good Shabbos, Robin, Nancy, Jack David, good Shabbos, Enid, Liliana, Becca, Paul, Mitzi, Shabbos, Dan. Hey guys. Shabbos, Aunt Joni, Asher Chaim, Elaine, Jack and Laura, Shabbos, Stephen, Adele, Harriet and Mark. Good Shabbos, Bruch and Carol, and Ruth, and Gil and Gail. Shabbos, Terry. We're praying for you, Marlena. Shabbos, Abby and Ariella. Good Shabbos, Adel. Good Shabbos. Shabbos, Leonard and Gail and Joyce and Stephen, Holy Devorah and Don and Beth. Good Shabbos. Miguel Oaks, good Shabbos. James Moshe. Sing with us, everyone. I da 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 da. We invite you all, everybody, please return to your seat, remain standing for the Baruch Hu. Please rise if you are able. Everyone, please. Everyone here in the center, we're so happy that you're already having Kaddish. It's so perfect. Everybody, what began with a hello. You had me at hello, and the next thing you know, friends, I'm talking to you, literally talking, friends. I know it's so hard. We're so hungry for connection. If you hear my voice, clap your hands. I'm back in camp, everybody. Here we are. Here we go. So we're a non-talking shul. We are a non-talking shul. 16 years ago, when I sat in the middle of this room with no one around me on a drum, waiting for people to come, they came and they all agreed, we're a non-talking shul. So get your hellos out, because for the next 15 minutes, we're going to close our eyes and meditate silently, or we're going to follow the words in our prayer book, and we're going to honor our ancestors whose presence is here with us tonight. 15 minutes of not checking any announcements, of not being pinged, 15 minutes of not checking your phone, 15 minutes of not even wondering if anybody in this room knows you. 15 minutes of you and your God as you understand her. 15 minutes. Page 31 and 32, friends. Call to prayer. Et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Vaed Yananai Nanai Yananai Nanai Yananai Nanai may be seated, everyone. Continue on page 33 and 34. רחאת שכינה, אלתנו רוח העולם, שבדברם מעריבה ערבים בחוכמה פותחת שערים, ובתבונה משנה איתי מחליפת הזמנים. אלה חיה וקיימת, תמיד תמלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. תמיד תמלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך את שכינה המעריבה ערבי. אהבת עולם בית ישראל on page 36. With a great love you love a source of life. We give thanks at this moment for our ancestors, for those whose decisions brought us into being, for teachers, for friends, for children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, for neighbors, for strangers, for the path that illuminates and strengthens our life. Hein chayenu, v'yorech yameinu, uvahem nege yomam v'laylam, v'avatcha al tasir mimenu li'olamim, al tasir mimenu li'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Didi na da da dai, ay 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 ay, ay da 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 da. Page 37 and 38, we prepare for Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu On page 39 and 40, V'yohavta eis Adonai Elohecha We continue with the second and third paragraphs of the Shema on page 41, 42, 43, and 44. Im Shemot Yishmel Mitzvosai Asher Anochi Mitzeves Kol Hayom Levan. Please join me in the English on page 42 in the middle of the page. Guard yourselves, lest your hearts be seduced, and you turn and serve alienated gods and bow down to them. Then the well of life will be wounded and will close up the sky, so that there is no rain and the earth will yield no harvest, and you will be lost from the good land that the well of life is giving you. Put these words on your hearts, on your souls, bind them as a sign upon your hand, and let them dangle between your eyes. Teach your children to speak of them when you sit at home, when you go on your journeys. Write them on the doorposts of your houses and on your gates. in order that your days and the days of your children may be long on the earth. God promised to your ancestors as long as the days of the skies above the land. Adonai El Moshe Lemur Daber. The breath of life spoke to Moshe. Speak. Yasulam Tzitzi Lan Kanfei B'neihem. Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher Hotzeiti Eschem Eretz Mitzrayim Nosechem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emes. I saw a video this week of an amazing song that was in, never heard of it, believe it or not, somehow disconnected from Israeli culture. But years ago, there was a song by Yishai Rivo and Shlomo Artzi called Ha'emet. And the truth is, and they sang together, one secular folklorist, Shlomo Artzi, a great singer and songwriter in Israel, secular, completely secular. And Yishai Rivo, a young Sephardi Jew, wearing tzitziot, Orthodox. And they sang this duet together. It became quite popular, and the words were V'hayemet, she'ein emet echad. The truth is that there isn't one truth. That's the truth. But I think most people of goodwill and open hearts can admit that the truth is that when we sing the song of liberation morning and evening, Micha Mocha, we sing it with a tempo that is celebratory, because we can anticipate what it would be like when the truths in the world are acknowledged, the truth that most of us, if not all of us, agree that we want to live in a world where people don't hate you before they know you. We want to live in a world where people can see the divine image in each and every one of the human beings that stand before them. We want to live in a world where redemption and liberation is for women folk and for black folk and people of color and for Jews and for all of those who have been hated throughout history and continuing persistently to this moment. We pray for a world that is free of homophobia and transphobia, a world where each and every child is a gift that we are entrusted and obligated to protect. Oh, what a world that would be. We tasted a little of that world when we were freed from Egypt. And so we sang a song of liberation, and we sing it every day, twice a day. Take 2 of those every day, and that's a good thing. Page 47 and page 48, Micha Mocha, in the middle of the page, because Moses and Miriam and children of Israel sang that song, B'simcha Rabbah, with great joy. Amru Chulam, Micha Mocha. Yeah, na, 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 na. Oh, na, 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 na. Ya, na, 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 na. Eh, na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Eh, na, na, na. Kifada Adonai. Yaakov. Ashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom on page 49. Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shalom Necha. Ushmor Tzeiseinu Veinu L'Chaim L'Shalom Yata V'Yad Olam Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shalom B'Rachamim Aleinu V'Al Kol Mo Yisrael Al Kol Yoshvei Tevel V'Al Yerushalayim. Please rise if you're able. Page 51 and 52. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael es ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורוסם בריס אוגל הבייני לבני ישראל Chatzi Kaddish on page 51 and 52. Yiskandal v'yiskadash me'graba Alma divrach Yerusei v'yamlik machusei Mechayechanu v'yomek U'mechayech echol v'et Yisrael Ba'agala ba'ak U'mizman kol v'yimeruk Amen Yesh me'raba mevorach Alam yamei alma yisma Ushbechazak v'nechemas adami. Amen. Traditional Amidah can be found on page 56. If you are davening the traditional Amidah, don't forget Yalev Yavo, or the words of your own heart as we stand together. דודי לי. אני לדודי, אני לדודי, דודי לי הרואה בשושנים. This past Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, I had a very strange mission. I was invited by the Jewish Chaplains Association to go speak down in Miami for a day. They invited me to go down to Miami for a day to speak to not the Jewish chaplains of the armed services, but to speak to the lay leaders who voluntarily become chaplains because there aren't enough chaplains to support the 25,000 Jews who are in the United States military and all of its branches. And so servicemen and women, people who are both in active service or might not have ever been in the army or in any of the military, voluntarily become rabbis, as it were, no matter how much training they have. They just jump in. Whether they have like an aleph, a bet, a gimel, they have 3 letters or whole words. There they are, responsible for, let's say, from anywhere from 2 to maybe a couple hundred people who are on the base, who are asking them all kinds of rabbi questions. They're expected to stand up here like this and do a service. They have no money allocated for them appropriately. They usually spend money out of their own pockets for things like challah and everything. Just a little note to the Romemu community, we can sponsor, like for Brad, we can sponsor challah and other yummy things for people. It's a remarkable day. And I'll be processing it for a long time, just what I learned. And one of the things that they invited me to speak about was the power of Judaism to build resilience. Judaism's core spiritual curricula for resilience. You can imagine that resilience is an important quality when you're in the armed forces. It's an important quality in life, but certainly being able to access and source yourself and the ability to adapt and withstand situations that would otherwise make it impossible to go on and still go on is a vital quality in being a part of the armed forces. And I didn't share with them this particular practice or particular insight, but it was something that emerged from another military moment this week, where a friend of mine sent me a video of somebody named David Goggins. I don't know if anyone heard of David Goggins. He's an ultra marathoner, ultra extreme athlete who was kicked out of the military and wanted desperately to get back in. And more than that, he wanted actually not only to be a part of the military, but he wanted to be a Navy SEAL, which is the most difficult and most venerated part of the military. His brother apparently was in the SEALs. And he was 300 pounds and had 3 months to get down to 190 in 3 months. And the person that sent me the video, actually, the video was of another person trying out what David Goggins had done in order to achieve that goal. It's an unbelievably ridiculous workout. I don't recommend it for anyone. It's actually quite dangerous. I don't know if it would build resilience or just complete cardiac arrest. It was so difficult, though, that it was hard for this person who was mimicking this great ultra-marathoner to get through even like each and every piece of it. Started at 4 a.m. with 2 hours on a bike. That was just the beginning. There was another 2 hours on the bike later at night. There were 2 hours in the swimming pool, and then 3 hours working out on 800 calories. So trust me, it wasn't great. But what got this guy through the day, and he said, I'm only doing it for one day, this day, was that every time he wanted to quit, he said to himself, if Goggins did it, why not me? If he can do it, he might be superhuman, he might have skills, he might have something in his back pocket, he might have a secret, but why not me? It was remarkable to watch him because he actually videotaped himself giving up and then hearing him out loud say, why not me, and then keep going. His ability to source himself in some model, someone who was clearly stellar, someone who was clearly successful, who would achieve something remarkable, and inwardly to picture himself and say, I could be like that. If he did it, so can I. Now, he did it for a day. He didn't do it for 3 months. But it was a remarkable moment for him to imagine and use his imaginal capacities to give himself resilience and give himself the strength to be able to find a resource that he otherwise would not have. Just that simple switch, that simple capacity to bring to mind a model or an image of someone that you might emulate or someone that might inspire you, and have it not judge you, but lift you, not put you down, but bring you up. Often in our culture, we have images and models of people all around that we compare ourselves to that don't do anything good for us on any level. Ideals of health, ideals of image, ideals of bodies, ideals of you name it, run the list. Comparing ourselves to others is part and parcel of the way that we stay imprisoned. But in one other valence, it actually frees us from our self-imposed limitations, our own tapes, our own narrowness. David Goggins said in one of his videos that I watched, when you think you can't go on, that's about 40% of your capacity. Okay. Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, our teacher, in tomorrow morning's Torah reading, begins Parshat Re'eh, which is always read at this time of the year and almost always coincides with the beginning of the month of repair, of tshuva, of lifting. Begins, Re'eh Anochi nosen lefnechem hayom es habracha v'es haklala. Re'eh Anochi, take a look. Moses says, Anochi, I'm giving you today the blessing and the curse. Today I give you the blessing and the curse. Re'eh, very strange word. Re'eh, Moshe telling the people to take a look. Re'eh, and then immediately followed by the strange word used to describe his own subjectivity, his own I, Anochi. This Re'eh, Anochi, which could be read again, see, Anochi notein, I'm giving you. The juxtaposition of that and read as Re'eh Anochi, see Anochi, see me. See this I. When that is coupled together with the grammatical form of Re'eh, which is singular, and the end of the verse, which is the plural, lends itself to darshan, to explanation for interpretation. And the Or Chaim HaKadosh, Rav Chaim Ibn Attar, in the 16th century, wrote this. He says, Moshe speaks to them in the first person, saying, Re'eh Anochi, look individual, Anochi I. He says, look at me, because I am in you. He quotes the Rambam Maimonides in the Hilchot Tshuva and the Laws of Return, who writes, Yachol Adam la'asot atzmo k'Moshe Rabbeinu. Every person can become like Moshe. Everybody can say to themselves, if Moshe did it, why not me? It's a bit of a stretch, because more often than not, we tell people that they can't be like Moshe. V'lo hayah k'Moshe. There won't be like Moses. There was no one like Moses. Moses is the supreme prophet. And yet Rambam Maimonides says That when it comes to doing tshuva, when it comes to repairing the world, you can hold up David Goggins and Moshe Rabbeinu and have that image. Hey, see Anochi, see me in your eye. When you think you can't withstand even a moment's more regret about where you are in your life, remember that Moshe was disconnected from his family for years and didn't know that they even existed, probably. When you think that there's no way for you to make repair because, no, they'll never ever hear me, they won't pick up the phone, they won't read my letter, it will never happen, don't forget that Moshe went through the desert with the people. He made all kinds of mistakes, and we're still reading his book today. When you think that you can't go on, when you think that it's impossible to even start because the journey is just too big, remember that Moshe was not a young guy when he became the chosen prophet. Maimonides says over and over again in Hilchot Tshuva, use Moses as your model. Imagine him when you think that Tshuva is too difficult, when you can't repair what's been broken, when you think that this is not the year because it's just going to be like it was last year and it will be thus forever in a Sisyphean battle against the inevitable. No, remember, Re'eh, Anochi. Moses says, think about me. And Maimonides says, think about Moses because guess what? You can be like Moshe. It's a high bar, folks. It's a high bar. But it's a moment of motivation and chizuk, of strengthening us. Because the work of tshuva is not for the faint of heart. It's so easy and painful, but still easy in the sense that we can avoid discomfort by avoiding doing tshuva. We can always entertain ourselves with the notion that, yeah, so what? So I never said goodbye. And so what? So I never realized that dream. So what? And it's also too complicated. The rabbi can't know how complicated my tshuva story is, and that person can't. Tshuva is so idiosyncratic. There is no rhythm to it. So mine will take the next 10 years. Who cares? The Or Chaim says no. Re'eh Anochi. Remember that inside each and every one of you, as the Zohar says, there's a little bit of Moshe in you and in me. There's a little bit of greatness. There's a little bit to give us strength. He goes on to say that Moshe is a model of somebody who knew the heights and he knew the depths. If you're going to say that tshuva is only for people who are poor, Moshe had nothing at one point in his life. If you're going to say that it's only for people who are angels like Moshe, he wasn't always an angel. It's really remarkable Torah. This Torah of Re'eh Anochi. These last words just really struck me so hard. Perush ki'ilu medaber im atzmo. Moshe was speaking to the Jewish people, and it was as if he was speaking to himself, saying to each and every one of them, inside each and every one of you is a little bit of me, and a little bit of you is inside me. Ani ledodi v'dodi li, the words that we were just chanting from Shir Shirim. I am to my beloved, and my beloved is to me. I think in the end of the day, the greatest source of resilience is our ability to imagine ourselves and imagine our lives. And for the sake of love, for the sake of connection, for the sake of that which we hold most dear, to conjure for ourselves the capacity to take one step forward, to repair one relationship, to make one gesture. It is definitely true that after 2 years of this, as I wrote the sermon, I remember writing the top of the page, I wrote, I can't believe it's Elul again. Is it really Elul again? And I thought to myself, I probably write that every single year. Has there ever been a year that I think to myself, oh, Elul, I saw it coming. Yeah, it's fresh. I'm ready. It's all good. Now it's at the end of September. How perfect. Thank you, God. Wow. just like we needed, it's never easy. There are relationships, there are things that have broken in the past year and years past that it's not easy to look at sometimes. And just when we want to give up, just when we're exhausted, I can hear Moshe and David Goggins both saying you're at 40%. So as we begin our 40-day journey to Yom Kippur, this Shabbat, I want to bless each and every one of you that whatever it is that you carry with you, the Elul that you carry with you each and every day of your week, the Elul work that you carry with you each and every month of every year, that God should give us all the strength to be able to do that work. That God should give us the strength to be honest and courageous. And when things are looking bleak, or we've forgotten how passionately we want to arrive at that place called tshuva, to conjure the image of yourself and your life, if that which you most desire has been accomplished, if those things that you most want to fix have begun to heal, may our imaginations and our collective actions bring about a better world for all of us and for the entire globe. Please rise. Amen. On page 78. עלינו לשבח לאדון הקום, לתת גדולה ליוצר בי, שעשנו כגוגי הרצות, ושמנו עם משפחות האדמה, ששם את חלקנו עמכם, וגורלנו עם כל העולם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לבני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש. שמונתי שמם יוצא, וארץ המשה ויקר בשמיים ממעל שכינת עוזה וגבי מרמים. והשב אותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא אלוהים. השם אל לבבך, כי בשמיים ממעל וארץ מתחת לקרקע כבד אחד, אדוני אלוהים לראות מהר ותבטח זכר להביא גאולה on page 79 and 80. יכיר וידעו כל יושבי תבל כי לך תקרא כל ברך תשבע כל לשון. כי המלכות שלך היא ולמעט תמוך בכבוד, כך כתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ואין ונה. One day, Bayom. Oh, sometimes the Adonai on that day, Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo. We invite you to be seated. If you are in mourning, please remain standing. It's our custom here at Romemu to ask people to say the names of loved ones as we go around the room, also inviting those who are online as well. Eden. Richard. Alan. Harley. Noah. Carl Wayne Toth, and also those who are here in the as we turn our attention to the screen to see all of those who are being held in the first year of their passing. Feivel Ben Vela. Those of you who are accustomed to standing with the mourners, please rise at this moment as we honor them. Mourners Kaddish can be found in your Sidurim in the back of the Sidur on page 116. Debbie Schwartzman, Irving and Arlene Applebaum. Yiskadal v'yiskadash mei rabah, v'yomad v'rachi rusei, v'yamlich machusei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. B'agala v'izman kariv imru amen, yehei shmei rabah mivarach, v'yalam l'mei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shmei d'kudshav richu. Leilam in kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, v'amiran v'oma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlom v'rabah min shmaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Shalom b'romav, v'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru, amen. Yehi zichram baruch, may their memory be a blessing. We invite you all to please rise for Kiddush on page 87 and 88. Another reminder, everybody downstairs at Kaddish will be available. We hope that you'll stay and say hello to one another. We also invite you in to give gratitude for all of the people who helped make tonight's service possible, to Victor Ramirez, and thank you to Derek. Thank you to Anna online and to our prayer team tonight, our davening leaders. It's wonderful always to daven with you, Noah, and it's just exciting that you're going to be with us the whole year, which is really unbelievable. And Ari, whenever you're here, you add so much beauty to our davening. And our Aviv, Baruch haba, so beautiful to have you with us here tonight. Into this cup of blessing, everybody. Reminder to, if you're in the Zumagog and you're in the local area, that our shul is open for your spiritual business. So please come by. We'd love to see you and daven with you. Join me, please, on page 87 and 88. Vayer vayivoker yom hashishi, vayechulu hashamayim v'charetz, v'chol tzivam. Vayichal Elokim vayom hashvi'i, melachto asher atzah. Vayishbos vayom hashvi'i, mikol melachto asher asah. Sabri Chavirai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pi hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu mitzvosav v'ratzavanu. V'yishkabas kosher v'yavav ratzon inchi lanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishis. Ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh. Zecher yitzias Mitzrayim. Yivadnu v'chayta. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. היי! Shabbos, everybody get Shabbos.